May I now invite all our dignitaries on stage to kindly light the ceremonial lamp. And we'd also like to invite Ms. Priya Sarah Joseph, Director, Wonderla Holidays Limited, to join our dignitaries in the lighting of the lamp. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Ms. Joseph, for doing the honors. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd now like to begin by requesting Mr. Vikas Khemani from Edelweiss Capital Limited to make the opening remarks. Mr. Vikas Khemani.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to all of you for the listing ceremony of a wonderful company called Wonderla Holidays on behalf of the bankers and the management. As the listing ceremony awaits, we come to the end of the first chapter in the company's evolution as a listed company. The journey begins from here. It's been 18 months since we've been working on this transaction, interacting with the management and the entire team of the company. This period has been filled with lots of interesting stuff for the company. There have been lots of challenges in terms of timeline, regulations, deadlines, misses. But I think throughout this journey, what we realize that throughout this journey, I think what stood out to us is the quality of the management, quality of the teamwork which is at play. I think all the challenges were met with a lot of, I think, support, cooperation from the management team. And I think in this process, the quality of the company stood out very well. This IPO has been very interesting for us. This IPO has been first one in this calendar year and hopefully will be the flag bearer for the markets to come. As you know that, I think in last 12 months, I think this is only second IPO after Just Dial and has met with a phenomenal success. And I think it is also at the beginning of the, laying a foundation stone for the beginning of the revival of the primary capital market. And there are lots of hopes set from this IPO. We've always believed that I think irrespective of the market environment, it is the quality of the company, quality of the business model, quality of the management, which stands out, a differentiated story and a right pricing. If combination of all this happens, I think the IPO will do very well. And I think this IPO is represent all of these qualities. The fact that we have got so much success, 38 times oversubscription in this kind of uncertain market environment shows that the faith investors have placed in the quality of the company, quality of the business model, and I think the future of the company. And I think my compliments to the entire management team of the company. This has been validated by the fact that we have got 185,000 applications from investors, which is, in this kind of environment, not a small feat by any standard. Apart from the fact that we have got some marquee investors in anchor book like TVS Capital, HDFC Mutual Fund, and Aditya Birla, which is also validation of the fact that what kind of investors have posed faith in our company. So my compliments to the entire management team of the company. Would like to thank all the people who have been involved in making this issue a great success, right from the regulators, auditors, lawyers, registrars, bankers, printers, PR agencies, and to each and every investors who have applied and shown faith in the company and the management team of the company. On behalf of BRLMs, we would like to wish the company a very best as it begins the new chapter in its journey. And thanks a lot for giving us the opportunity to take you to the investors and bring you to the market, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Khemani, for setting the tone for a memorable day ahead. I would now like to invite Mr. George Joseph, Chairman, Wonderla Holidays Limited, to address you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. George Joseph.
My fellow members on the board, Mr. Praveen Chakravarti of BSC, representatives of the book running lead managers, solicitors, auditors, analysts, brokers, investors, and our dear friends of the print and electronic media. At the outset, I would like to welcome you all for this historic moment in the life of our Wonderla Holidays Limited. And I also thank each and every one of you for making Wonderla Holidays to make a wonderful debut in the capital market. In fact, we had all reservations, and it was like a roller coaster ride. We had all tensions, stress, joy, excitement, and ecstasy while completing the public issue. We thank you all for the support and hand-holding given throughout the issue. Friends, today we are here to celebrate the historic moment of the listing of our company. We are making available the shares for listing, trading, and as you are all aware, this is a heavily oversubscribed issue. That means there has been disappointments among the investors. Many investors out of this 1,85,000 could get only a minuscule of what they wanted, and many investors could not get any share in the company. So there is a lot of pent-up demand for the company shares, and this can be satisfied only in the secondary market. So I wish you all a very, very thrilling experience, trading experience, rewarding trading experience from today onwards. And I am happy that our small company could make some ripples in the capital market, which might turn out to be a revival of the capital market. Thank you all. All the best.
Thank you, sir, for your warm and cordial sentiments. Ladies and gentlemen, the man of the moment. It gives me great pleasure to invite Mr. Arun K. Chittilapalli, Managing Director, Wonderla Holidays Limited, to make the keynote remarks and address this distinguished gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Arun K. Chittilapalli.
Good morning, all. It's a truly historic moment for us at Wonderla. If you had asked me 8 years ago, would we become a listed company today, I probably would have said no. If you had asked me 2 weeks ago what kind of oversubscription this company would have got, I would have said 2 or 3. So I think it's been a lot of surprises for us as a company and as a family and as a group. I would like to start by thanking the bankers, Edelweiss and ISEC for guiding us through this process. It has been challenging, like was said earlier. We've had many a hurdle thrown in our path, and thanks to the bankers and for helping us through it. And especially, I would like to thank Vikas Satyen from Edelweiss and Jaideep and Deepak from ISEC for being in constant touch with us and helping through this. I would like to thank Amarchand. I don't know if anybody is here from Amarchand, but team led by Arjun Lal for helping us through the legalities of this. And I would like to also thank Koshi from KPMG, who's our auditors, and also helped us a lot through this whole process. And everybody else who's been part of the issue. I would like to thank the market regulators, the BSE and the NSE, for giving us all the support. I would also like to thank our anchor investors, TVS Capital, Aditya Birla, and HDFC Mutual, for having faith in us and I think setting the tone for the IPO. I think they really set the tone for the issue. I would also like to thank all our staff of Wonderla Holidays. We are almost 900 strong in direct employees and another 900 who work for us. So about 1,700 people work for us. So I would like to thank all of them for believing in the company and helping us achieve all these milestones. I would also like to thank everybody else, all the well-wishers, all the investors who made this issue such a success. Also, after the IPO happened, after the oversubscription happened, a lot of my friends asked me, do you think you price it too low? So to this I say that it's better to be slightly underpriced and oversubscribed than overpriced and undersubscribed. So with these words, thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you very much, sir, for those remarks. May I now invite Mr. Praveen Chakravarti, Strategic Advisor to the Bombay Stock Exchange, Director, BSE Institute, and member of the SEBI Primary Markets Commission, to say a few words. Mr. Praveen Chakravarti.
Good morning. I recall sitting in Primary Markets Committee meetings of SEBI for the last year or so, agonizing over how to revive the primary markets in the country. The committee was chaired by Mr. Mohandas Pai, who was, of course, the man who led the Infosys IPO. So we clearly had an able chairperson, but we were at loss for ideas in terms of how to revive primary markets. And I'm extremely glad that Wonderla Holidays has actually shown the path for a potential revival of the IPO markets, which is extremely important for the larger macroeconomy of the country. The last IPO was exactly almost a year ago, 22nd May, of another consumer company, Just Dial. So it also goes to show how, contrary to what we may hear and believe as far as the global macroeconomic conditions are concerned, domestic consumption, consumer stories are strong. There is appetite, investor appetite for such well-run companies. So my heartiest congratulations to the entire management and promoters of Wonderla Holidays, and more importantly, the bankers as well, Edelweiss and ICICI Securities. Just a brief, I just want to update you briefly about BSE in terms of some of the changes at the BSE. BSE, as most of you know, is the oldest stock exchange in Asia. Now it's also the fastest stock exchange in India. BSE just migrated to a new technology platform that it got from its partner Deutsche Börse, which now makes it one of the fastest exchanges in the world in terms of trading time. So it's a big leap of faith for BSE, and I'm very glad that that Wonderla Holidays will be the first IPO to be trading on this new technology platform of BSE. So we all know Wonderla Holidays is an amusement park, and amusement parks come with joy rides and roller coaster rides. I hope your stock movement is more of a joy ride than of a roller coaster ride. And with that, I once again congratulate all of you, and thank you all for coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, finally we have the person who has really spearheaded the success story of V-Guard Industries and the Vice Chairman of Wonderla Industries Limited, Mr. Kochausef Chittilapilli, to share his thoughts with us.
Dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, and my dear friends. I am really fortunate to stand in this particular podium for the second time. 6 years back, I had a similar opportunity to take our V-Guard company for a public issue. After 6 years, again, I got an opportunity to take the other company, Wonderla, for a public issue. I believe people have hope in our group. That's why it is really oversubscribed. So I told Arun and Priya that it is a commitment. It is a responsibility rather than an enjoyment because the expectations are very high, quite high. And as told, I believe that it will not be a roller coaster ride regarding the pricing. Definitely it will be a smooth ride because I am having a very good team of managers and engineers and people with us. That is our strength. And I don't want to take, any names to project because we have a number of unknown soldiers in our group. I'm not mentioning any name. I'm really thankful all the partners in this particular activity. And I believe this is only a beginning, not an end. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph Chittalpilli. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the exchange of mementos. May I request Mr. Praveen Chakravarti from the Bombay Stock Exchange to kindly present a memento to Mr. Arun K. Chittalpilli, Managing Director, Wonderla Holidays Limited. And I'd like to request Mr. Arun K. Chittalpilli to kindly reciprocate and present a memento to Mr. Praveen Chakravarti of Bombay Stock Exchange. Thank you, gentlemen. May I request Mr. George Joseph to present a special memento to Mr. Vikas Khemani from Edelweiss Capital Limited, the book running lead managers. May I request Mr. Kochausef Chittalpilli to kindly present a memento to Mr. Jaideep Goswami from ICICI Securities Limited. It's time to call upon the legal advisors to the issue to receive the memento. May I request Mr. Arun K. Chittalpilli to kindly present a memento to a representative of Amarchand and Mangaldas and Suresh Ishraf and Company, legal advisors to Wonderla Holidays Limited. Do we have someone from the company here? Okay, fine. We'd like to call upon our statutory auditors to the company, KPMG, to receive a from Mr. Arun Chittalpilli. Sir, could you also present a memento to a representative of Karvi Computer Share Private Limited? And may I request Mr. George Joseph to kindly present a memento to Mr. V. Subramanian, General Manager, Ad Factors Advertising and Public Relations. Thank you, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll now request Mr. Jaideep Goswami from ICICI Securities Limited to say a few words. Mr. Jaideep Goswami.
Good morning, all honored guests, the senior management of Wonderla, and all the investors and participants for being present here for this great occasion of listing of Wonderla Holidays. It is a great experience from ICICI Securities to be involved closely and work with Arun and his team. We have been involved in a number of interactions, and the kind of response we have seen from investors due to the quality of management is really a great experience. We never had any doubt about the success of this issue, but I think it became really a big-time positive experience towards the end of the issue. There is a change of sentiment in the market. So good things actually helped in terms of good story being sold extremely well in the market, and we are very proud and honored to be involved, Arun, with your team, and we would like to continue our association with the group for a long period of time. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time is now, the moment is almost upon us. I would like to invite all our distinguished dignitaries on the dais to kindly move towards the gong. May I also request Ms. Priya Sarah Joseph to kindly join our dignitaries at the gong for the official listing of Wonderla Holidays Limited on the stock exchanges. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you can see the seconds counting down. We'll join in the countdown at 10. A great moment in the history of any organization, the listing on the stock exchanges, coming up in just a few moments from now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, get ready. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and congratulations, the shares of Wonderla Holidays Limited are now listed on the stock exchanges. Congratulations to the entire management and all those involved with the listing of Wonderla Holidays Limited on the stock exchanges. Can we have the gong?
Just announce, yeah. Arun will. Yeah.
Congratulations once again to the management of Wonderla Holidays Limited and all those associated with the listing on the stock exchanges. Mr. Arun Chittilapalli, we have one more memento to be presented. May I request Mr. Arun Chittilapalli to kindly present one final memento to our printer who's done such a fabulous job.
Good morning, dignitaries and friends. For Team Wonderla, this is really a precious moment that we have come to a satisfaction and wonderful closing of a journey which we traveled for 1.5 years. So on behalf of Wonderla Holidays, I thank everyone who present here to make this moment a really memorable one. Thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the management of Wonderla Holidays Limited, thank you very much for your gracious presence here. Please do join us for refreshments, and we wish Wonderla Holidays Limited all the very best.